Hi, everyone. Welcome to Soul Talk. I'm Patty Malek, and today we have Bernadette Bloom back with us. She's a medical intuitive and an energy medicine practitioner, and we're talking about the Manifestation Chakras, what they are and why they get blocked. Bernadette's going to talk about a step-by-step process to open and ignite powerful manifesting powers of your chakras to manifest what is in the highest and best good for you, as well as talk about there's a relationship between the manifesting chakras and the addiction chakras, which is interesting, and how to conquer our conscious fear and our unconscious fear that's stopping the manifesting. If you're not familiar with Bernadette, she is a medical intuitive energy medicine practitioner and a teacher, as well as a holistic physical therapist. She's in Katona, New York, and she's studied with renowned experts such as a medical intuitive Dr. Carolyn Meese and neurosurgeon and pioneer in pain medicine Dr. Norm Shealy, among many others. For 26 years, Bernadette has used her gift of energy healing to successfully help clients all over the world overcome physical, mental, and emotional problems. Using a high vibration energetic technique from Tibet called Esoteric healing, she can detect the location of blockages and negative energy patterns within the body's energy field in the chakras. Once it's detected, Bernadette can then shift this energy pattern quickly, easily, and naturally by balancing your body's bioelectric field. This process restores the natural flow of energy flow into your chakras, then into your mental and emotional levels, and finally into your physical body. And I'm so excited to have Bernadette back and her sparkly personality. I love having you, Bernadette. Welcome back.
Thank you so much, Patty. It's great to be here. And hello to everybody on the call. Welcome. We're excited to be here.
Yay, they're all here, and I see people have their hands up already. We are taking questions. If you have a question for Bernadette, you can hit *2, or you can type them into the webcast, and we'll get to those. So, Bernadette, I love the energy of this call right before the solstice tomorrow.
Perfect, right?
Super powerful, right? Yeah, so let's talk about these manifesting chakras. And it's according to the esoteric healing teachings of the Tibetan Jewel Pool.
Yeah, so people always say, well, I want to manifest my partner. I want to manifest the best business place. I want to manifest money. I want to do this. I want to do that. But they don't really know how to do it. So, and they don't realize that they're blocked. That the manifestation chakras are blocked. So there's 3 chakras that are involved in working together to manifest. The first one is the ajna, which is the brow chakra. And the ajna, and there's a lot of controversy over this, but the ajna or the brow chakra is not the same thing as the third eye. And in many of the other energetic teachings, the third eye is the same thing as the brow chakra. But the first difference here with the esoteric teachings is that the ajna is not the third eye. So everybody on this show, wherever you are, has a third eye. But not everybody in the world has a third eye. Everybody in the world has an ajna. You look pretty goofy walking around without your forehead, but not everybody has a third eye. So I want to make that really, really clear. The third eye becomes developed as a result of your spiritual orientation. So everybody on this show has a spiritual orientation. My third eye happens to be huge, but it's not the same as the ajna. So the ajna, and I did this talk to weave into the package, because the package I did a recording when I was teaching on the significance of the ajna. And it's item number 2 in the package detail, so it goes into a lot of detail.
In the special offer, you mean?
In package A, yeah, package A.
Okay.
There's a separate talk on the ajna only. But for today, the ajna deals with the willingness to be truly open-minded, to see, hear, and observe without preconditions. To see, hear, and observe without preconditions. So when you're manifesting, you need to be able to go in there without any preconditions. So like, oh, I'm looking for my divine mating partner, but they have to be tall, dark, and handsome. They have to have a lot of money. They have to be thin. They have to have a good job. They have to be between the age of 50 and 55. That is not an open ajna. That is an ajna that's got preconditions in there already. Very big difference. So the ajna is the willingness to be truly open-minded, to see, hear, and observe without preconditions. So I was talking to this gentleman today, and he's in the dating game, and he's like, well, I'm going on this date tomorrow, and she is a 9.5 out of 10. And I'm like, so that's what she looks like. What else is there? Well, I don't really know. So he's already going in there with a preconceived idea. She's a 9.5, so he wants a 9.5 as her partner, and a lot of people do that. Mm-hmm. Hope everybody's with me here.
So
the second, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So that's exactly what he's going to get is a 9.5, but nothing else. Is that what you're saying?
Why not get anything else, right? She'll look good on his arm, and you know, it's an interesting process when you really start to manifest from your highest and best good. The second chakra that's involved in manifesting, and they all have to work together, not just one, is the throat chakra. And the throat chakra is the seat of the mental body. The seat of the mental body, that's how you think. And the throat chakra controls your neck, your shoulders, your elbows, and your hands. Your neck, your shoulders, your elbows, and your hands. It also controls your lymphatic system. It controls your thyroid. So this throat chakra needs to be open. So I had a client the other day, and his daughter wrote me all of this wonderful information about her father, who was wonderful. He was 88 years old, and how spiritual he was. And when I tuned into his throat chakra, it was so tight. And I said, this throat chakra doesn't match the picture of this man that's totally open. She goes, well, he's really, really, really angry. I'm like, I know he's angry, but he can't be a wonderful spiritual man if he holds on to this anger. So this throat chakra is about expression. So the idea for manifestation comes in through the ajna. It has to be expressed by the throat chakra, which is the seat of the mental body, as I already said. And then it has to be dropped down into the sacral chakra, which goes over your hips, your knees, and your feet, deals with your uterus and your prostate, deals with your ovaries and your testes, to name a few things, and how you stand in life. Are you grounded or not? So again, the idea comes in through the ajna, it gets expressed by the throat chakra, and then you have to drop it down into the sacral chakra in order to manifest it into the physical. And the sacral chakra deals with relationships of all kinds. Money, partners, wannabe partners, where you live, your job, how you stand in life. So this sacral chakra is often blocked by old relationships that don't serve your highest and best good. So they become the ball in the chain, so you can't pull anything new in. So this is also, the sacral chakra is known as, in our world, the ball and chain chakra. What are you dragging behind you that you can't manifest in present time? So all three of these chakras need to be open and working together in order to manifest.
Wow. What are you dragging behind? So old relationships would be old thought patterns, old ways of being.
Yes, most importantly, the throat chakra deals with thought patterns. The sacral chakra deals with relationships. So think about it. You have a closet full of clothes, and you go out and you get this really cool and groovy outfit, and you try to stuff this really cool and groovy outfit into your closet, but you can't because you've got the stuff in there that you haven't worn in 20 years. So you got to take that stuff out to put in a new and cool and groovy outfit.
So when we want to manifest something new and, we're, tired of the old relationships that keep coming into our lives and we want something new, we have to get rid of everything from the old. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't really like black and white. It's not about everything.
Okay.
It's about really looking at what you need and what you don't need. But doesn't have to be everything. That's pretty. I mean, I've had that happen to me, but I wouldn't recommend that technique.
Okay.
When you lose everything and have to start fresh, it wasn't exactly that easy. I mean, it's pretty fast when you don't have anything to fall back on, but it's not exactly easy.
Okay, so talk about what it is that we need to get rid of to remove this block.
Okay, so when people come to me for a full session, I ask them to pick 3 emotional things that they have not been able to resolve on their own. When that's a full session. When people are part of the package is to offer a mini session. So in 25 minutes, I ask people to come up with 1 emotional thing that they have not been able to resolve on their own. So what we do is we ask for the highest and best good, connecting with the person's soul and the highest areas, the monad or the I am presence. Ask for the highest and best good, evaluate and treat the chakras in present time, do the nervous system. Then we work on their organs of processing so they can process things faster. And then I have them think about what they haven't been able to resolve on their own. And I take them back in time. And the chakras usually get really, really small. And that's the ball and chain. And it could be anything. It could be a divorce. It could be my parents moved. I was an army brat. It could be somebody stole from me. It could be my lover cheated on me. The sky's the limit, real or perceived. It could be a betrayal. So I have the person think about it, and I think about it, and then we hold these chakras with the soul and the monad, and we work to take the trauma out, and then the chakras will expand. They will expand. I can't tell you if you've been holding on to a trauma for 30 years after 1 treatment, it'll be perfect, because it's probably not going to be. But the chakras do expand, and so then it makes space for something new to come in. So then this ajna and the throat and the sacral chakra become unblocked, and they start to work in alignment. So I always do the manifestation for people after I take out the trauma, because we want them clear. And then I'll manifest new friends, they'll manifest a new space, they'll manifest more money, they'll manifest a new place to work. They'll manifest different things. Everybody's different.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what about the relationship between the manifestation chakras and the addiction chakras?
That's perfect. I was hoping we'd go right into there, because there's 3 chakras that deals with addiction, and 2 of the same chakras that deals with addiction are the same chakras in manifestation. So it's so similar. So again, the manifestation chakra is the ajna, the throat, and the sacral. And the addiction chakras, there's three. So three is the divine plan. And we work in triangles with this work. We work in threes. The three is the strongest symbol. Like a triangle is the strongest symbol on the planet. So we work in threes with this work. So the three addiction chakras are the throat chakra, the sacral chakra, and the basic chakra, or the root chakra. The throat chakra, the sacral chakra, and the basic chakra. So say you get a message, you're meditating, and you get a message, well, it's really time for you to leave this job. You get the message through the throat chakra, it's time for you to leave this job. And you say, I couldn't possibly leave this job. I've been here for 30 years. What about my pension? What about my benefits? What about my friends? And that's the sacral chakra. So the sacral chakra gets blocked, and then a lot of times you'll pick up an addiction, whatever the addiction is for you, TV, cigarettes, drugs, alcohol, working too hard, being on the computer, that sort of thing. So, and that's the same thing. There's the relationship with the job, and it's the same thing that happens with the manifestation. That sacral chakra gets blocked, so you can't move forward. But my point is, it's always about when you're getting a clear message. Not everybody has to leave their 30-year job that they've had for X number of years. It's just when you get the clear message. So the addiction, again, is the throat, the sacral, and the root chakra, or the basic chakra. They all have to work together. They all have to be clear. And the basic chakra, or the root chakra, deals with your survival, deals with your spine, deals with your kidneys, deals with your adrenals. So I know anybody that has kidney dis-ease of some sort has a basic chakra issue, and that can get blocked. So we can restore that. That's not that hard. Kidney disease is not that hard to resolve. So,
okay. Okay.
Go ahead.
I guess I'm still struggling with how is it if we're not manifesting what we want, is there always an addiction chakra that is?
No.
Okay.
No, not always. No. But it's really, this is the thing, Patty, when you open the show, you ask for the highest and best good. The highest and best good is not necessarily what you want. That's very different. The highest and best good for you, like when you said in manifesting, if I'm not manifesting what I want, what you want may not be the highest and best good for you at this moment, at this time. So you have to listen to those clear messages again. Highest and best good, and people don't understand this, is the choice that pushes you to grow the most spiritually.
Right.
Which is sometimes very painful. I had two of my colleagues here, and they're going, yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. But it always ends up bringing usually something better than we could have imagined for ourselves.
Yes, I have to tell you from personal experience, the last time you and I did this show was in January, and I was working in Chappaqua, New York. And a month later, I was told that I had to leave, that the building that I was in was sold, and I had to leave. And I, being the human that I am, panicked, looked for a place in Chappaqua so I wouldn't have to leave the town that I knew for 8 years, and I couldn't find one. And I was just really wrestling with having to leave. And my wonderful assistant and another colleague of mine said, you need to post it on Facebook. what you're looking for. So I said, well, what am I looking for? I said, I'm looking for a place where I can work and teach, and I would love to be with other spiritual people, and I would like to have a waiting room or just 2 chairs so people could sit. And that's all I asked for. I don't think that was very much. And nothing was happening in Chappaqua, and I was sweating bullets. And then my friends, nothing happened for like a month, and I had to leave. And then my friend said, post it again. I said, well, I already posted it all over Facebook. And I posted the same thing. She's like, do it again. I'm like, okay. So I get asked for the highest and best good, and we reposted it. And like maybe 24 hours later, this woman reached out to me that I hadn't heard from in 4 years and said, I may have a space for you. I'm like, what? And so we met, and I walked in the door, and she said, there's your 2 chairs. And I'm like, what? She goes, well, I saw your post on Facebook. So I moved my office from Chappaqua to Katona, and my colleagues, Sarah and Apple, are here now, like going, yay, yay, yay. So I didn't know that I was supposed to move, but Spirit knew that I was supposed to move. So
right.
It was in my highest and best good, and I understand that now. So I've been here since April 7th, and I feel very blessed to be here. It's certainly much better than where I was before, in more ways than one.
See, we get stuck in that comfort zone. We think this is where we're supposed to be. And, yeah. Interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, you have to be open. Now I have to tell you that I had to take off the blocks of my manifestation, my ajna, my throat, my sacral. I have to tell you I wasn't sleeping well. I have to tell you that, you know, I picked up a couple of more addictions that I've since put down because I was a wreck. But now I'm sleeping again. I feel better. You know, well, I have support. They're here. We all work on each other. So it's quite lovely. And there's 3 of us. It's that 3, that divine plan again, the 3.
I love it. See, well, that's where that surrender comes in, Bernadette. You know, when you have to surrender and just let go and let God lead you to where that spot is. That next spot where you're supposed to be. And then you don't get all stressed out. You're just like, okay, I'm done. I surrender. Then
when you have a deadline over your head, like the same thing. I had a deadline over my head, and I got 3 eviction notices. I'm like, listen, I don't need 3. I just need 1.
Yeah,
I just need 1.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's all good.
It's all good. But good example. So, you know, this leads right into conquering our conscious and unconscious fear that's stopping the manifesting.
Right. So we have 2 triangles. Again, the triangle, the fear triangle and the courage triangle. And fear on the power versus force scale is 100, and courage is 200. So courage tops fear. So you have to have the courage to be able to get up and walk through your fear. So I always do with people, and I do this with everybody that I treat now, I always do the courage triangle, and the courage triangle is the root chakra or the basic chakra with the 2 knee minors, not your knees itself, but they're minors, which are the energetic presence that are right off the knees. And so when you do that courage triangle, you energize the person with the courage to make the change, so they're not stuck in the past. And the fear triangle in esoteric healing is the basic chakra, so it's the same chakra, basic chakra, with the fear points on the kidneys and the adrenal minors. So there's actually 5 points, but it helps you, again, get up and walk through your fear. So before I did the show today, I was doing the courage triangle and the fear triangle on myself, and working to stay calm before I got on the call. So I'd have the courage to show up. And like you said, before I got on the line, like, where is she? Where is she? I was quickly doing the courage and the fear triangle on myself. So I could talk.
I love it.
Well, I am my
great.
best example. I'm my best example. This work saved my life. So
well, exactly. And that whole trauma that you went through of finding a new place for your office, led right into this special offer that you have today and what you're teaching today. So
right.
It's all in perfect alignment, isn't it? It's just sometimes it's hard.
It wasn't perfect alignment, and even, like, as you know, I was supposed to be on the show last week, and you were kind enough to reschedule because I had unexpected surgery last week. I fell rollerblading unexpectedly, and I had unexpected surgery last Thursday. I really wanted to be on the show, but I didn't know what was going to happen, how it was going to be after the surgery. So even that, the falling unexpectedly, I got a chance to use the principles of esoteric healing to heal myself, and I have a few other friends that worked on me to realign. I guess I did have to have surgery, but we worked to take out the trauma and realign the bones. So I have a pre- and post-surgery special.
I love it. I love that.
That we're doing also. So all these things that I manifested in a very short period of time, just for the show, of course, Patty.
It's amazing. It's amazing how quickly things are happening. Bernadette, can you go back to talking about the courage, what it has to do with the knees?
Okay, so we work in triangles. So the basic chakra, or the root chakra, is the one at the bottom of the spine. And the courage triangle connects the basic chakra with the two knee minors, not the knees itself, but the minors. So the minors are in the etheric. There's 14 lines of energy that cross to make a minor. There's 21 lines of energy that cross to make a chakra. So the courage triangle is a very powerful energetic presence compared to some of the others.
Okay, got it. And then what about creating our manifestation mantra?
Right. So I have a mantra that I developed after 9/11. I think this is the first time I've ever said it on a call. And when you're manifesting, you want to keep it short and sweet and to the point and in present time. Short, sweet. Not I want, because I want is the future. I want this, I want this, I want this. That's the future. That could be a very long time from now. People don't understand that. But I have my list, but everything is like I want. You have to say it, I have, in present time. So my manifestation chakra, and Patti, this show is part of my manifestation mantra, is I serve the world. I have fun. And the money is here. So I serve the world, I have fun, and the money is here. Short.
Yeah. But it's everything is precise and exactly what you need.
Right. So it's not flowery, it's not long, it's very direct, but it's I serve, I have, everything is in present time.
I love it.
Makes you really think. And that mantra has taken me to, after 9/11, I ended up in Belize, and I wanted to have a vacation, but I ended up doing hurricane relief, which is really interesting. Then I took the same mantra took me to Florida, where my mom had fallen and broken her hip, and they told her she would never, ever walk again without a cane or a limp. I went down there, and I got her better. That's why I have a 239 phone number. And that same mantra brought me back to New York 8 years ago. So you just never know. The energy follows thought. If you remember nothing about this ball, remember that energy follows thought, and be very careful of your words.
Right.
And I know when you and I met, we had a very interesting conversation, and I knew that I was totally aligned with you.
Yeah, I knew that I was totally aligned with you when you had just mentioned Jawal Cool.
Right.
Because, because I was aligned with Jawal Cool as well. Interesting. We have so many people with their hands up. I would love to get some callers in here. But do you have any words, just last words about what we can do when we're stuck?
Yes, Patty, I thought about this long and hard, and I think I sent this to you. I'm going to say this prayer, and I end up giving it to all of my clients. And what I decided to do today, I'm going to say this prayer, which is very strong. And then what I decided to do today was to put this. If you go to my website, the esotericbloom.com, and sign up for the newsletter, you will get this prayer. Because, Patty, there's no way that we can keep up with maybe the thousands of people that are going to want this prayer. So I had my assistant just, give it as a gift for anybody that's on this call. So
wonderful. Thank you.
Here we go. Are you ready? Here we go, people.
Ready.
Okay. And I'm going to say it as an invocation, which is spiritual will and power. Spiritual will and power. That's Ray 1. Spiritual will and power. You don't want to mess with spiritual will and power. You do not want to mess with that. So here we go. Father, Mother God, creator of all that is, it is commanded that all negative thought forms, low vibrational energy, and energy that is not mine and Patty's, and everybody on this call be sent to God's light now. It is also commanded that any wayward or other entities in my energy, Patty's energy, anybody on this call's energy, in my space, Patty's space, anybody on this call space, be sent to God's light now. It is also commanded that any cords, hooks, or other attachments that were formed be pulled and sent to God's light now and replaced with unconditional love. It is also commanded that any energy or soul fragments that were exchanged be pulled, cleaned, and sent back to their original owner now. It is done. It is done. It is done. Thank you, and so it is.
Wow, I could feel the energy of that. Was really powerful.
Yeah, well, yeah, thank you. I mean, I connect with everybody on the call tonight, known and unknown, and ask for the highest and best good to happen for everybody. And I knew that everybody on the call would be needing this.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you're welcome. I do it after every client. I give it to all my clients. You can include, it's always you. You can include your family, the people at workspace. I had somebody that just came from jury duty. We call this the cut and clear prayer. He's doing it every hour. It's powerful.
Yeah, thank you. Wow.
You're most welcome.
Just so everyone remembers, you can get that free from Bernadette's website, esotericbloom.com, when you sign up for her newsletter. Okay, Bernadette, are you ready to take some questions from the audience? See what's on their mind?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Sure.
Cool. I'm going to start with a question on the webcast from Linda. She says, hello, Bernadette. I've had a hyperactive thyroid condition since the birth of my daughter 30 years ago. I'd really like to find a balance and be able to stop taking medication for this. Is there a blockage which might be associated with this?
Yeah, it's your throat chakra. The throat chakra controls the thyroid gland. So, and I've helped women, well, mostly women are the ones that get affected with thyroid issues, men too, but not so much. But I've helped 5 women get off medication. So we would go back. We can't do it on the call, but we would take you back in time to when your daughter was born, because that's when the blockage started, and take out the trauma and definitely energize your thyroid. It's old, so it's the medication that you're taking it for the physical body, but the blockage is on the soul level. So there's a teaching there for you.
Okay. All right. So, Linda, you might want to check out, we're going to talk about Bernadette's special offer in a little bit, but she does have, that includes a session in that special offer that you might want to take a look at. We're going to go to the phones, and we're going to go to Oregon, I think it's Karen. Last 4 digits are 7135. Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I have problems with indigestions and heartburn, and was wondering if you can help me anything with that.
How long have you had it?
Oh, it's been for several years.
Several like 10, several like 20, several like 3.
Well, maybe 10. I'm not sure.
Okay, so are you on any medication?
Yeah, I'm taking Santec.
Okay, so again, we want your physical body to feel good, so the Xanax is treating the physical body, but if you've had it for several years, again, it's on the soul level, so I would ask you, what was going on when it happened? What was going on that you couldn't digest in your life? What was going on that literally, to use your words, burned your heart? What was going on then? And we would take you back to that time and take the trauma out and then reestablish a clearer channel for you.
Oh.
People don't really, the energetics are the big piece. I mean, yes, I broke my elbow. Thank you very much. But it's become a teaching for so many people, including myself. So, I do the same thing. What was going on when I broke my elbow? Well, I was kind of nervous about the show. So, it's become a teaching for me, too.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so I need to go back and look at that.
Yes, please. And sometimes, I love your words. Sometimes if you just look at it or acknowledge it or hear it or feel it, whatever your gifts are, that's enough. It's just the acknowledgement. Like I was working with, I went down to see a new hairdresser today, and the hairdresser had a cold. And I said to her, I really like your voice. And she goes, well, I have a cold. I never met her before. And I said, so what was going on with you energetically when you got the cold? And I just looked at her, and she said, oh, I know. And she felt better. I didn't know, but she knew. But I acknowledged that there was something going on there. So she felt immediately better afterwards. So I love your words. Just go look at it and see what you get.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Karen. Yeah, so look at where the issue started, what was going on.
Correct.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Let's see. We're going to go to, let's go to Maureen in New Jersey. Last 4 digits are 3165. Oops, that's the wrong one.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello,
Hi,
Patty. Yes, it's Maureen.
Hi, Maureen.
Hi, Maureen. Hi,
Bernadette.
How are you?
Oh, great. I actually live in San Diego, so that's my cell phone. So I'm so excited. I'm so surprised. Thank you for picking me.
You're welcome.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
What's your question?
My question for Bernadette is right now my life is very fulfilling, and I feel like I'm in my passion, my purpose, passion, and it's very abundant. And I am excited to ask you, I would like to manifest a divine romantic partner. And there's some prospects, but I just wanted to see if how I feel like my heart is open and I'm ready. So I just wanted to ask you what you see with that.
Okay, so did you write down what you have in a partner? Did you do that yet?
Yes.
You wrote it in present time. I have.
Okay, I will do that one, yes.
You need to do that because you said, I feel like I'm ready, but that's in the future.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like I'm ready, but not really today, June 20th. Maybe in a week. There's a couple of prospects, and I'm really not sure. I mean, if you really listen to your throat chakra, when you manifest, like, well, I feel like I'm ready. There are a few prospects, but that's in the future. So I would write down, I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this. And at the top, I would write down, and may it be made in divine white light.
I like that.
And really, you don't know where it's going to take you. You know, I taught somebody how to do this. I teach everybody how to do it. And she had everything listed. And she was, I don't know, say she was in her 60s. And she was looking to meet somebody between like 45 and 55. And so she met this guy that was, I think he was 25 years younger than her. So, but he fit everything else. So then she put her thumb over the age so she couldn't see the age. And they lived together, and she was sending him out on dates. And finally he said to her, Sheila, can I stop going out on dates? I love you. I want to be with you. So, so they've been married for a long time. So it's quite an interesting thing when you really are open to manifesting.
Yes, absolutely.
I hope that helps. Let us know.
Wonderful. Okay, I'll send you an email for sure. As soon as it happens.
For sure.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks,
Blessings
Maureen.
to everyone. Thank you, Patty.
Blessings to you. I love it. Maureen, she's on a roll. Okay. Let's see. We're going to go to Toronto, and it's a web call. It's Shama.
Oh, hi,
Hello.
Patty.
Hi. Who are you talking to?
Shama.
It is Shama. Okay.
Yes.
Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi. Thank you. Hi,
Hi,
Bernadette.
Shama.
Hello. Oh, I'm so glad you picked me. Thank you so much. I was thinking some of the things you said, Bernadette, about the throat chakra and the neck and shoulder and the elbow and hands. And it was just me. I've just dealt with some very painful issue there. And I also had fallen, and I had a situation with my hips and my knees and my ankle. So I have just been relieved of the painful body, and it's the first time in a long time I feel more at ease. And I am on my spiritual walk, wherever I may be on that, but it is sort of a feeling and a knowing and me kind of sticking to my guns, so to speak. Like I just, it's like once you know it, you can't just go to not know.
Right,
So,
that's the throat chakra. That's your throat chakra working. That's good.
Okay, so I am just thinking maybe some confirmation to know that something, that may have been that. I never thought of the chakra per se. And
the chakras control everything.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
They're, oh, you see, good, you're hearing me. That's also the throat chakra also goes to the ears. The ajna also goes to the ears. So we got the ajna to the ears working. We got the throat chakra to the ears working, and then in the back of the head, there's an energetic presence called the Alta Major Minor, and that's about conflict. And that goes to the ears also. So you have these three major centers that go to the ears, and a lot of people have that block. So once you said, I hear you, I knew the ears was open. So great job.
Oh, thank you. Bless you. And sometimes, one never knows, when we don't have any confirmation or someone to say, this is what's happening. But this is just perfect that I'm on this call to get this information.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you, Patty.
You're most welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome, Shala. All in perfect alignment, whenever you see you're called to like click on this or click on that, it's taking you wherever you need to go. So I love that she answered the call to listen to our show today. Bernadette, I would love for you to take a few minutes and talk about your special offer.
Okay.
Because it is a wonderful special offer that you have put together.
Okay, so we had done, when we were doing this, when you invited me onto your show the last time, I was teaching. And so when I teach, I'm blessed enough to channel Dwell Cool and a few of the other spiritual masters. I call them in. So I knew the show was coming up, and I knew I needed to be a little bit creative, and I knew that your audience was very sophisticated and wanted more. So the first item on the special offer is an advanced spiritual alignment with the with the spiritual masters. So I was teaching a class with bringing in these spiritual masters, because people talk about the masters, but they don't really know how to connect with them. So this is a teaching on how to align with the spiritual masters, raise your vibration to a different level of consciousness, and also to connect with the 5 planetary centers of the world. And since, Patty, a lot of your listeners are in different parts of the world, I wanted to pull in that. So that's the first, and we had never recorded anything like that before, so that was a special for the show. The second item is more advanced teaching on the ajna. Again, I was teaching a class, so I think some people did ask questions, and we did touch on it a little bit about how it's used in manifestation. The third item, and I'm not familiar with all of the other energetic teachings in the world, but the third item is a teaching on the head centers. And I've never seen that in any other healing modality, but like I said, I'm not an expert on everything. So this was a talk that I did. The chakras are on the body, but they're also on the head. And when you work on the head, they're more powerful than when they're on the body. So this was a teaching on how to access those chakras on the head and where they're located. The fourth item is a teaching on the crown chakra itself, and that's also known as the divine spiritual blueprint. The divine spiritual blueprint. And we talked about the Ray 1 energy of spiritual will and power, and the crown chakra carries the energy of spiritual will and power. So on some level, it's more powerful. If you can access that, it's more powerful than the other chakras, because you don't want to mess with spiritual will and power. Those are the hurricanes. Those are the tornadoes. Those are the tsunamis. That was 9/11. That was, all these major disasters that we have in the world. That's seriously, even though people don't like to admit it, it's spiritual will and power. The fifth item is an advanced teaching on the importance of the Alta Major Minor. And it's not a chakra in and of itself, but it's a minor. So there's 14 lines of energy that is connected to it. But it controls your entire sympathetic nervous system. So, and here in New York, the sympathetic nervous system is on fight or flight most of the time. Florida's a little bit calmer. So the alternating minor, like, it'll be like, you get a message, I know I need to do this, and then all of a sudden, but. The minute you say but, you block the alternating minor, and that affects your sympathetic nervous system. So again, I'm not an expert on all the energetic practices in the world, but I've never seen the alta major minor talked about in other teachings besides the Tibetan teachings. So those are all really new offerings that we recorded for you. And then item 6 is just the general cliff notes of the 7 chakras according to esoteric teachings. We had offered this once before. Item 7 we had never offered before. It's the 5 stages of soul awareness. And that's different stages of you're aware of your soul. Like when you're truly connected to your soul, the soul runs the show. There's no yes buts. The soul says this, you say okay. The soul says this, you say okay. The soul says this, you say okay. So I teach it, and I teach all of this in the classes, but we had never recorded it before. The 8th one is about the 7 rays, and again, I'm not an expert on all the other energetic teachings, but the 7 rays are 7 spirits of God, and each chakra is connected to a ray. Each chakra is connected to a ray. And there's good qualities and not so good qualities of the rays, but we're going to talk about the good qualities. And I have in front of me here the New English Bible. It's the New Testament, and I've had it for quite a long time. And in Revelation, chapter 4, verse 5, it says, from the throne went out flashes of lightning and peals of thunder. Burning before the throne were 7 flaming torches, the 7 spirits of God. And those are the 7 rays. So very powerful energies to work with. And I work with them all the time. If you can't break up a pattern, you pull in those rays and poof, it's gone. And you can feel the power in it. And the bonus offering is Energetics of Fibromyalgia. And I recorded this, and tonight my friend Rebecca was going to be with us because she wanted to talk about her experience with healing fibromyalgia. She was going to be with me last Thursday, but tonight she's on her honeymoon. So she couldn't be here. But she recorded a testimonial about the healing work. So I have it, and we can send it along and put it on the website. And it was just her idea to record. And she says, I've healed myself from fibromyalgia. So it goes along with the energetics of fibromyalgia. She's really done an amazing job, and I hope she's having a great time on her honeymoon.
Wow. Wonderful. So that package A is a total value of over $900 that you have for our Soul Talk audience exclusively for $147, and then we always have our 2-pay option available as well. And then you have package B, which includes all of package A, and a 25-minute session with you.
Correct. And the 25-minute sessions are great because it gets you used to being in the energy. You know, we ask for the highest and best good. I ask you to listen to the meditation at least 3 times before you see me, so it gets you in the flow. And then to pick one emotional issue that you have not been able to resolve on your own, and we go back in time and resolve that emotional issue for you. Like I said, if it's been there for 30 years, I can't say that I can do it in 25 minutes, but at least it gets you started on the path.
Okay. So that, and I've had a session with you, and it was amazing. It was very, very powerful. I highly recommend, a session with you. Actually, we do have, we don't have all of Rebecca's. I know her audio one was longer, and it will be up on the special offer page, but she wrote in as well. She said, I started seeing Bernadette a few months ago. I had fibromyalgia setback and was missing work. From the very first session, she was able to pinpoint the source of the problems. Her skills are more advanced than any healthcare professional I've ever gone to. She has a humble, loving, and wise spirit, and you would not be disappointed in seeking her help with any issue. And that was from Rebecca. I know the other one was a little more detailed, the audio one.
And she's volunteered also and she said it's a 3-minute audio. She's volunteered to talk to anybody that has the diagnosis of fibromyalgia or any other issue. She's an amazing person. So she recorded that to so we could have that for tonight's offer. And
okay.
The other thing that if you happen to be on Facebook, I did talked about a pre and post surgery based on the life of Bernadette Bloom. I did write it down for everybody. It's on the Facebook Energy Healing with Bernadette Bloom. So it's posted about the pre and post surgery support based on my own recent experience.
So that's on your Facebook page, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That people can find it there?
Yeah, and I think we put it on the esotericbloom.com. I think my assistant put it on the esotericbloom.com, and Rebecca was the one, because at the moment I only have one hand, which is fine. You can do, one hand that I write with, but you can do energy work with one hand. It doesn't really matter.
Right.
But she typed it for me. Otherwise, I'd still be typing it today. So she typed it for me Sunday night so we could have it for tonight's show. So, all good.
Okay. So, it's amazing. Everything aligns so beautifully, Bernadette. You don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, I love it. So that package with Package A and the session with Bernadette is over $1,100 value. For our Soul Talk audience is $197. And again, there's that 2-pay option available with that. And then, Bernadette, you added another Package C, which is an online class. And Package C is just the class. It does not include the session or the Package A. So tell us about this. This is a online class, Energy Medicine for the 21st Century, a holistic approach to life. That's going to be available through Zoom, a live class on July 29th.
Right. So 2 of your listeners, Patti, one lives in Utah, and one lives in 3 of your listeners, actually. One lives in Utah, one lives in Macon, Georgia, and one lives in the UK. And after they heard me talk back in January, they decided that they were going to take the class. But I didn't know how to do that. So one of the listeners, her name is Heidi, she's an amazing person. She talked me into doing Zoom. And so I had to practice and with a lot of people on how to do this. And I can't say that it's totally 100% perfect. But right now we have 4 classes that we've done and recorded with Zoom. And the people that can't take the class here in person, they can take it online. And if the times don't work for them, I'm going to teach the class in person on July 29th to whoever wants to take it. And then if there's for some reason you absolutely cannot take it on that day, then you can purchase it after July 29th and study on your own. So we decided to make that available again because people on your show are all over the world, and there's hardly any teachers. And I'm going to tell you right now, I know for a fact that I am the only one that is offering Zoom. So if you want to take a class, there's no reason why you can't. So we're starting all over again with a new series starting on July 29th, and we wanted to do that again specifically for your people. So
wonderful.
There's no excuse now. You don't have to come to New York. You can stay wherever you are. And the gentleman from Macon, Georgia, he's just lovely, just like the lady from the UK and Heidi in Utah. He's like, well, how am I going to learn this stuff? I'm like, well, we're going to do Zoom. So he actually wrote a testimonial about, he had a mini session with me and how I was able to pick up things that nobody else had, and then he decided to take that class. And I think you put that on your page here, Harold's testimonial, Patty. I think it's there somewhere.
Yes, it is. Let's see. I had a session with Bernadette, and she identified several problems that I had not told her about. And I was so impressed that I signed up to take one of her classes to learn more. That was from Harold. Yeah. So there you go. And that class, the special offer price on that is $297. And there is a to-pay option available with that as well. That is July 29th, again, on Zoom. So, and it says on this during this course, you'll discover how the chakra system influences the mental, emotional, and physical aspects of the total being, as well as directly sense the energy field, detect imbalances within the field, and correct them according to the person's highest good. Learn how to treat yourself and others using the soul and the monad. Have your manifestation chakras balanced, and use these techniques in everyday life in any occupation. So that's a great class. Thank you for putting that together.
You're welcome. And again, if you can't take it on the 29th, you can take it after the 29th. You don't have to be present, but and you get treated. You get work done the whole time. You get treated. I teach you how to work on your family, use it in your everyday life. It's amazing. And so people have been now doing this all over the country and all over the world as a thank you Zoom.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Good.
So you're saying that it will be recorded, and if they can't make the 29th.
Well, yeah, we're going to record it via Zoom. Right.
Okay. Terrific.
And that's how we did it. Like each class is a series, so I encourage everybody to take the first class, but it was a Jewish holiday for the second part of the class, and so I always teach on Sundays, so my Orthodox population can take the classes because they can't attend on a Saturday at all, but I always like to do it on a Sunday so they can attend. So it happened to be a Jewish holiday, so she couldn't take the second part, but she really wanted to on Shavuos. So we recorded it for her, and then she practiced it on her own, so she was available to take the third part. So quite a beautiful thing.
Wonderful. Very nice. Wonderful. I want to read another one of these testimonials from Charlotte. She says, I can honestly say that Bernadette is a miracle worker. As a wonderful mother of 2 young girls, it's virtually impossible to find time to relax, never mind find it in a treatment. She said, I was lucky enough to meet Bernadette this summer. Her treatment tapped into energy reserves that I didn't know existed. This treatment was like no other. It was a unique and unforgettable experience. If you're looking for a rejuvenating spirit and body treatment, then go see Bernadette. I love it. You have some great testimonials, Bernadette.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You know what? People volunteer to do these things, which is really great. We do have 3 pages of testimonials on the website. We also have videos that we did, and they're on the website, theesotericbloom.com, and they're also on a YouTube channel. So we're really trying to make it available to as many people as possible. And my mission, and with Patty's help, is to not have it be a secret. Esoteric means hidden, to seek out. But we really don't want it to be a secret any longer.
Well, and that's what my work was, I was called to do, is to bring all of you to a bigger audience, so that we can reach more people and, bring all this incredible information that's out there to more people, and, really get us to this place where, we live the life that we were meant to live here, and bring in this new way of being. Colette has a question on. She is from Trinidad, and she says, "Hi, Patty and Bernadette. What a wonderful show as usual. Is it possible that we can have the words for the prayer? Thanks in advance." So that is what you were saying.
Right.
They can get on your website.
Right. It happens all the time, and I got so inundated with emailing people that we put it. If you sign up, if you go to the esotericbloom.com, sign up for the newsletter, you will get a different form of the meditation, and you will get the prayer.
Okay. So there you go, Colette. There you go. Bernadette, this has been absolutely wonderful again, playing with you in this wonderful energy of the solstice that's on the horizon coming up, and learning about your work. It just is another aspect of, really learning about how the chakras are affecting our manifesting, whether we can indeed manifest what is for our highest good. And thank you. Thank you for that.
You're most welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on your beautiful show.
And next time, don't fall before the show.
Thank you. Thank you. So,
right?
Right. Well, I have this, people think I'm crazy. I'm getting this splint off on Monday, and I've been working on myself every day and getting some healing work from my colleague here, Sarah Rubin, and my colleague, Sandy Nasansi in California. And so I have my annual mini camping trip that I go on every year, which happens to be not tomorrow, but next Thursday. So I am planning on being able to go on my mini camping trip and to show this orthopedist that, yes, energy healing does work. So that's my plan. Into the woods I go for 4 days. So we'll see how it goes.
I love it. I love it. Where are you going? Is it in New York?
Yeah. It's in the Adirondacks.
Yeah.
And it's on the lake, and it's beautiful. And
wonderful.
I figured I go by myself, which I don't really recommend, but you know what? It's a great place to do energy healing treatments, and it's really beautiful. And if I didn't go, I would not like myself very much. So that's my plan. So
I love those little solo journeys. I'm going up to Mount Shasta by myself. I'm just feeling called to go. So I'm going to go up in a few weeks. And I love those little, times alone. They're good for you.
I know.
Yeah. So big hugs to you, Bernadette. Thank you. Sending you much love. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody on the call. It was a pleasure. Please do the prayer. It's so important. You have no idea. It's just every hour. It's my gift. It's free. Say it like you mean it, and all will be well.
Command it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. Much love to you all. Thank you for being here. And we'll be back tomorrow on the solstice with Kelly. Kelly Hampton's here tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye now.
Okay, bye now.